it was like either hit her or she was about to hit the pregnant.
Welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of The Road of a Soldier. Right now, the army is low. This is the story of how Montoya became best. Now Montoya. And how he became the best there ever was. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gladiator Fight. And in here we have Imperial Manavillian versus the Trained Infantry. Oh, wow. That right there was a sight to be seen. Alright, we got the Legionnaire and the Crosswoman. Oh, okay. Legionnaire is getting, the Crosswoman is getting some good hits in. The Crosswoman, oh, looks like this is going to be a close match. Ooh. Looks like the Crossbowman is going to be next up. Moving to the next round. Alright, we have the Palatine Guard versus the Heavy Horseman. Granted, sword is not really their strong point. Oh. Good defense and what an attack. That was one hell of a takedown. Alright. The trained archer is coming ready. Ooh, good attack by the trained archer. Infantryman is not doing too hot right now. Hasn't been able to land a single hit. Ooh, oh, that's a twofer right there. Nice combo, and there you go. The trained archer is ready to move to the next round. Okay. The crossbow man. Ooh, that's one hell of a smack. And right there, nice block. And come on, shields up. Okay, sword fighting is your skill. Don't tell me you're gonna let someone with a crossbow take you down. Oh wow, the underdog, the crossbow man, has received the winning bid. Okay, that was the quickest match. Ladies and gentlemen, we have someone to keep our eyes out on. Alright, so right now, whether I lose or win, I've secured I have officially secured my spot for the next round. But yeah, that was tough. There was no way I was going to win this. But we're qualified for the next round. Alright. Bop, bop, bow, bop, bow, bop, bow, bop, bop, block. Yep, that's it. You can't touch this. Alright, let's see how fast this fight's gonna last. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we remember the Imperial Crossbow Man from the last round put one hell of a fight. And, ooh, right there. Dang. Hey. Oh. Oh. Not again. Dang. That's the slap of the century right there. Yay! Then he twirled and he dropped in the famous word of Bobby Shmurda. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the match we've been waiting for. It's... Oh, someone's feeling cocky. Okay. The confident looks like it's fading him. Try to put on a good show for you guys, but the skill was not up to match. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, that was one hell of a takedown. What is that? Alright, ready for a trade. Let's see. Yeah, the helmet I got on my head right now is better than what they can offer, so looks like your boy made some money today. What's the nearest? They see me rolling. Oh.
You got a problem?
Yes. Send troops. Yeah, that makes sense. No. Why not?
We're not looking for a fight.
Oh, this is going to be a massacre. We have this guy, unknown, versus me and my party. And then we have 10 looters wreaking havoc. This is going to be a purely strategic fight. We want to see a clean match, a fair match. What am I talking about?
Charge!
As long as we get the kill first, doesn't matter. Looks like this is the enemies. Okay, there you go. Why are we celebrating? We just bullied a bunch of looters. That right there is a crazy stat. They didn't even touch any of us. Yeah, why not? Sure. I am remnant of the legs of rats. I do not believe we have any quarrel with you. I know your name. Those bandits never give us much trouble. It was good practice, I suppose. Brother! Brother in Christ! There wasn't there, but Ravna might have some thoughts. But brother in Christ! Why? 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 Is there anything else? This is insane. Absolutely bonkers. Alright, Lycron. Okay. Now let me do some practice. Yep, stay still. Oh wait, I get coins for practice fights? Okay. Not feeling too good right now. Yeah, I'm about to kill so many people. It doesn't matter. Like it's crazy. Oh. They call me walk them down, Jake. They don't even see me. They see me rolling. They hating. Alright, 10 coins, 10 coins. Next one. As soon as he hits me. Okay, it's on. I will have my satisfaction. Okay. You for saving my life, but you had to die. Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations, champion. Your final something to remember as the last standing. Of course, you won the top prize. Of course. Of course. Okay. You're gonna die. This here is called the snake trap. They don't see me coming, but I see them coming. Oh, you fucked up. The second I grabbed that spear, you dead! You dead! You dead! You dead! You hurry dead! You dead! You might kill me. Come on, brother.
You bastard!
Wanting to fight her lived there, so there may have been something around there.
What happens when you sleep with 100 men in a single day? That is likely not a question you have ever asked yourself, but it is one that's driving a lot of online discourse after OnlyFans star Lily Phillips did just that, with now more and more people finding out about it because Josh Peters shared a documentary about it. Also, I will say there is a lot that people are talking about here, so where we're going to start is with showing some of the documentary for context. Because it starts with Lily talking about starting her OnlyFans career, saying that it's something that she loves to do, and seemingly being excited to take on this 100-guy challenge.
I've just always had quite like a sexual nature. As soon as I started on the platform, I kind of realised, I guess, how much money you can make and also just how much I loved it. I think other people in the industry definitely look down on me for doing this, but I think at the end of the day, people forget there's also my fantasy, and this is also something that I'm really enjoying and want to do and have wanted to do before I was even in the industry.
Phillips saying she's not in this industry because she had no other choice and that she feels empowered making money off the idea that guys sexualize her because she feels men sexualize her no matter what. And it shows her setup, how comfortable she is being filmed, doing sexual acts, but even though she said many times that she likes her OnlyFans career in general and is looking forward to sleeping with 100 guys, Josh kind of questioned some of it and had a lot of concerns. Right, like when the applications opened for men to apply to sleep with her, it was like floodgates opening. People from all over the world started flying in to do this. But it also seemed like there would be no criminal record check on these guys, and while Lily said they were prioritizing men who had STI checks, it seemed like they weren't going to go to any lengths to verify this or know for sure that all the men were STI free. There also being a moment where she seemed unsure of some of the risks.
You would let like these guys do that on your face?
Yeah.
And in your mouth?
Yes, yeah.
Bad HIV.
Is that where it comes from? Must not get them out.
You can.
Also with that, just to get educational for a second, the risk to catch HIV is much lower orally than other kinds of intercourse, but it is still possible. But the main thing we're hitting on here, and the point still stood, that Josh was afraid that she was unprepared for what she was getting into and who these 100 men could be.
There's a decent chance that one of them is going to be dangerous, one of them might have a weapon, have a criminal record. A few of them will have STIs. Just on a basic statistic, you can know that a few of them are going to have STIs.
Also in this doc, it seemed like she was putting a lot of pressure on herself, saying that the thing she was most nervous about was that all 100 guys might not enjoy it, and she wanted all 100 to view it positively. But then, by the time the day came, things went wrong. They were running late right off the bat, she was unable to take as many breaks as she intended to, and the day ran way longer than she anticipated. Which for some context on the time, each guy was given 5 minutes, but then he went over, and so that alone puts you at well over 8 hours, plus she had to take breaks to shower. It also seems like not all the guys followed the rules. Right? Some went past their time slot, and she alluded to feeling pressured into letting them. She also told the men that they couldn't finish on her eyes, but some did anyway, even if it may have been accidental, which caused pain in her eyes. But really, the most viral part of this whole documentary and situation was the aftermath, where she discussed how intense all of it felt.
It's not for the weak, girls. If I'm honest, it was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it. I don't know how to explain it, like...
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah. Just one in, one out. Like, it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Sorry. Yeah, 1 minute. The awkward interaction of like you feeling pressure to have to meet if like you haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like they didn't, like you didn't give them a good time. Sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal at all.
And with all that, she may not have actually been the only one shaken up by the experience. The documentary even showing one of the guys barely able to hold and sip from a water bottle after sleeping with her. This also as her team seemed pretty supportive in the aftermath, saying she took it like a champ. However, online, the responses are a lot more complicated, right? Some just hating Lily for doing this at all, saying she makes them ashamed to be a woman. Others saying they have no sympathy for her, saying she's disgusting. But then you had others feeling sorry for her, thinking that she's dealing with more than she's letting on, that she's unwell or unhappy, saying things like she didn't think this through at all. This has to be some sort of self-harm. And no sane, right-minded woman would have done what she did, and you guys aren't concerned for her at all? For her mental health, her well-being? Others also using this as a wider condemnation of OnlyFans and the porn industry as a whole, saying that watching and creating this kind of content is actively harming people and adding. Hating on Lily Phillips is like hating symptoms of a virus, but not hating the virus itself. The sex industry is abusive and manipulative, and what is dressed up as empowerment is actually subjugation and disempower. As well as this actress is just one of the many victims of this industry, even if she willingly participated. Or with there being this argument that the industry has just gone too far now. And on that note, in the doc, you had Josh speaking to a different OnlyFans creator who noted that people do keep pushing the envelope further and further, even if it's to their own detriment.
People are starting to do the most outrageous things online. It just keeps being like leveled up and up and up of the expectations.
And with all this, you also had people out there saying that even though this was Lily's decision, she was still sexually assaulted by these men because some violated rules and boundaries, which also resulted in a number of people really mad at her team for having her go through all this with such little protection. And this also is then others out there were more disgusted with men who slept with Lily than Lily herself, with those in this group arguing that it's the men like them that create the larger problem. Arguing it's funny how men are quick to shame women in the sex industry but refuse to acknowledge their role in keeping it alive, and saying this documentary about Lily Phillips is a perfect example. But then also you had others saying this whole situation really isn't that big of a deal as it's being made out to be, and that this is one woman who made a choice, even if that choice is very questionable. With some saying things like, why is the internet making it seem like this is just some gal who got in over her head on OnlyFans? She is a porn star who makes porn. Everyone made the crying at the end sound intense, but it really is that she's tired and upset that it didn't go as smoothly as she wanted versus the devastating toll this has on her. And then also some just kind of in the middle saying Lily Phillips is a grown woman who is aware of the consequences of it all and consented for it. She's most certainly not a victim, but I can't help but feel bad. Physically and mentally, she surely can't be okay. And so with all that, of course, I want to pass the question off to you here. Where do you stand on this? Right, we've talked about a lot of people in different camps, different takes. So let me know what you're thinking in those comments. So I will say, no matter your opinion, it appears that Lily is moving forward. And I mean with this specific content, because she actually announced that next year she's going to be trying to sleep with 1,000 men in a day in an attempt to break a world record. So this discourse, this debate, likely not going anywhere. And while you may or may not be leaving that comment, I want to say hi, welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show, you daily dive into the news. It is Thursday, December 12th, and we got a lot more we need to talk about today. So do me a favor and hit that like button to let YouTube know you like these big daily dives into the news, and let's keep this show going. This is a news show. So after weeks of headlines, public fixation, and even her father's suicide, Hannah Kobayashi has been found safe and sound. Right? We talked a little bit about Hannah last week. She's a 30-year-old woman from Hawaii who went missing after she missed a connecting flight in LA to work last month. And there were some concerning messages to her family after she missed her flight, including saying that someone had wiped her identity and she had been scammed out of all her money. But then the news of her disappearance spreading like wildfire online, especially after her father, Ryan Kobayashi, was found dead after he traveled to LA to look for her. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner ruling his death a suicide. And so with this, we saw private investigators jumping on the case, Hannah's name becoming a popular hashtag, and there was even a Reddit page dedicated to finding her. But then, like we talked about last week, the LAPD classified Hannah as a voluntary missing person, saying that video from the U.S.-Mexico border shows her leaving the country alone. Now with that, at the time, there was some pushback to the LAPD's decision, with Hannah's family promising to continue looking for her, which actually brings us to yesterday when her family's attorney shared a statement saying that Hannah had been found, and adding, "We are incredibly relieved and grateful that Hannah has been found, and this past month has been an unimaginable ordeal for our family, and we kindly ask for privacy as we take the time to heal and process everything we've been through. We want to express our heartfelt thanks to everyone who supported us during this difficult time. Your kindness and concern has meant the world to us." But as many were relieved that she was found and that she was apparently safe, there was still also a lot of unanswered questions. One, we don't know when or where she was found, but probably the biggest question people have is why? why did this happen? And there, we've seen countless theories, but the one that's probably gotten the most attention is this idea of a green card marriage scheme. For example, reporting from Los Angeles Magazine citing sources saying that Hannah was apparently scammed out of the proceeds of an immigration marriage scheme, possibly concocted by her ex, who was on the same flight out of Maui as Hannah. With the magazine saying that she married an Argentinian man by the name of Alan Kakase, whose girlfriend married Hannah's ex for similar reasons. With this report adding that their sources say that this whole scheme was actually uncovered by Hannah's mother, who reportedly found immigration documents in Hannah's house back in Hawaii. With us also saying this idea of a green card marriage scheme being echoed around by other outlets, like the Daily Mail reporting that Hannah's co-workers knew about it and saying they were shown pictures of Hannah and Alan's ceremony. With them even going on to report that Alan gave Hannah $15,000 when they got married and promised a similar amount when his immigration documentation came through. With then the New York Post also reporting that they talked to Hannah's co-workers regarding her alleged immigration scheme. But despite all that, it is important to note here that the family says they do not have any facts or information to confirm that any of that is true. Instead, saying in a statement before Hannah was found that this theory was one of many different leads they were investigating and that any information they had was turned over to law enforcement. With them adding, we kindly ask everyone to avoid jumping to conclusions or spreading unverified claims. And then, Hot Ones, the YouTube staple interview show, just got sold, with BuzzFeed announcing today that they sold First Sweet Feast, which is the studio behind the show that makes a bunch of other content. And the sale reportedly coming in with a price tag of $82.5 million. A price tag that was notably paid by a group of investors, including an affiliate of Soros Fund Management, First Sweet Feast founder Chris Schonberger, the host of Hot Ones, Sean Evans, and Wrestling's media company, Mythical Entertainment. Though I will say that's not everyone who invested in. There are more names that will reportedly be dropped at a later date. But what we do know now is that First Sweet Feast is going to be operating as an independent multi-platform media company. Schonberger, who's the new CEO, saying, with new investment, we're poised to expand into exciting new areas, including new platforms, live events, and talent acquisition, cementing First We Feast as the ultimate destination for pop culture-obsessed audiences. And this is Sean Evans, who will continue hosting the show, will also reportedly be the new chief creative officer. And as far as why the company was sold, there's probably a number of reasons. But notably, this deal pulls BuzzFeed out of some hot water. It's going to allow it to pay down tens of millions of dollars in debt that was not new this one. But now we're planning on paying $88.8 million of their $124 million debt, partially with the proceeds of this sale, which reportedly will put them in a much better position than they've been in with more cash on the books than debt. Which also touches on what a BuzzFeed in the future may look like. They have reportedly told investors they're pulling away from original content, and instead, they're focusing more on using AI to make and deliver content to their users. With BuzzFeed's founder and CEO specifically saying, in the coming years, we will continue to invest in our most scalable and tech-enabled services, launching new AI-powered interactive experiences and delivering for our loyal audience and business partners. While I don't know about all that, I will say I am excited to see what happens with Hot Ones and First We Feast, especially with Sean Evans having an elevated role. That is, of course, unless he ever gets involved in a scandal, in which case I don't know that guy and I've never supported him. There's no friends of the show here. I've been disappointed by too many people over the past 2 decades. But then, taking a quick break from the news, have you ever struggled to tune out city noise or a snoring partner or your own racing thoughts at bedtime? Well, I do. Possibly more than most, but thanks to today's sponsor, Oslo Sleep Buds, they have the ultimate sleep hack to a better night's sleep. Because unlike regular earbuds that can be uncomfortable and impractical for sleeping, Oslo Sleep Buds are designed specifically with your comfort in mind, perfect even for the side sleepers out there like me. And their noise masking technology, it's a game changer. Instead of just tracking how poorly you slept like other wearables, Oslo Sleep Buds actively help you fall asleep faster and, more importantly, stay asleep longer. And you can stream whatever helps you relax, soothing sounds, audiobooks, or even your favorite podcasts. And then, thanks to built-in biometric sensors, the Sleep Buds know when you've drifted off, automatically switching to calming sleep sounds. So with a 10-hour battery life, you're covered all night. Plus, the in-ear personal alarm is a lifesaver, waking you gently without disturbing anyone else. Plainly put, if you are serious about transforming your sleep, Oslo Sleep Buds are the way to go. Prioritize your well-being with better rest you'll thank yourself for. Just scan the QR code or click the link in my description and use code PHILD for $10 off your purchase. Sweet dreams start here. But then, the FBI right now is investigating if there is an organized crime group that's targeting some of the biggest professional athletes in America. With reports saying that since September, local police departments have reported a string of burglaries at the homes of NBA and NFL players in Kansas, Missouri, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Ohio. And this is something that's ongoing. Literally just this week, there was a break-in and robbery at the Ohio home of Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow. They're reportedly happening while he was playing Monday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys in Texas. And he is in no way alone, right? Back in October, the homes of Kansas City Chiefs players Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce were robbed just one day apart. apart. And those weren't the only back-to-back burglaries. In September, 2 players on the Minnesota Timberwolves were also hit a day apart, with burglars stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of property from one and $100,000 worth from the other. But I will say, some of the players have lost even more financially. Last month, for example, a group of at least 3 men broke into the home of Milwaukee Bucks forward Bobby Portis while he was playing a game, and they stole more than $1 million worth of items from his bedroom. And with all this, as far as the identity of the people or the groups behind these break-ins, you had the NBA providing some information in a memo last month that was obtained by the New York Times. And there, we saw the league saying that the FBI had, quote, connected many of the home burglaries to transnational South American theft groups, also known as SATGs. The memo going on to say that the groups tend to go after cash and items that can be resold on the black market, such as jewelry, watches, and luxury bags, saying that in most cases it appeared that the burglaries happened when the athletes' homes were not occupied, mostly on game days and during times when alarm systems weren't activated. Specifically noting that the burglars mostly entered through back windows or sliding doors. And as far as how they've been able to target these famous athletes, according to the memo, right, it's not just, oh, they're playing a game. The FBI saying these SATGs are well-organized, sophisticated rings that incorporate advanced techniques and technologies, including pre-surveillance, drones, and signal jamming devices. So with that, also adding they may be gathering intel from social media and public records. With, for example, ABC News also separately reporting that some of these groups, they've conducted extensive surveillance on targets, including attempted home deliveries and posing as ground maintenance or joggers in the neighborhood. Which is why with this, both the NFL and NBA have reportedly put out security alerts to their teams, warning them to stay vigilant and make sure that the security systems are turned on. We've also seen players being warned to avoid updating social media daily, posting check-ins, and sharing content of expensive items on their accounts. So some, like Miami quarterback Tua, he went a different route. He just said, yo, I have security and they have guns. Which honestly, that is probably going to be the most effective way to protect your shit. It's unfortunate, but it is the reality. And then, outgoing President Biden just granted clemency to nearly 1,500 Americans, which is the most any president has ever done in a single day. And he broke the record by a lot. It's like they handed him a list and they were like, who do you think? And he was like, yes. Right, because just for comparison's sake, the previous record was held by Obama, who granted 330 people clemency at the end of his last term in 2017. And this is notably in the fact sheet for Biden's move. The White House said that of the 1,500 people, most are people who have been put on home confinement during the pandemic and, quote, have successfully reintegrated into their families and communities. And possibly explaining this move is that some of the Republicans are going to be taking control of Congress next month to push forward legislation that would force some of those folks to return to prison. Also, delving into the specifics and the details, right, Biden is not pardoning most of these people. He's just commuting their sentences, which is a different thing. Well, a pardon totally erases a conviction. A commutation doesn't change the guilty verdict or exonerate the crime. It just reduces some or all of the punishment. And while the commutations do make up the vast majority of the clemency that we're seeing here, Biden did also grant pardons to 39 people who were convicted of nonviolent crimes. With their fact sheet here noting that the people who were granted clemency today include nonviolent offenders, quote, who were sentenced under outdated laws, policies, and practices that left them with longer sentences than if the individuals were sentenced today. Also with this, I'll say, in addition to breaking the record for single-day clemency, this move represents a big shift for Biden. And that, because until now, he had only issued just 26 pardons and commuted sentences for around 140 people. With those notably including things like military vets being convicted of having gay sex, which used to be a crime under military law, and Biden also becoming the first president to pardon people with federal marijuana convictions. And very significantly here, it also appears that Biden is not done, with the fact sheet explicitly saying that he would be reviewing and granting more clemency requests in the weeks to come. So it's going to be very interesting to see what he actually does there, because, there's been growing pressure on him to commute the sentences of people on federal death row. Federal executions have been paused under Biden, who notably also failed to fulfill his campaign promise of ending the death penalty. And also, beyond that, it's been reported that Biden's team is considering the possibility of granting preemptive clemency for people who could be targeted by Trump's repeated vow to punish his perceived political enemies. With that, reportedly including Dr. Fauci, Senator-elect Adam Schiff, who led the first impeachment effort against Donald Trump, and former Congressman Liz Cheney, who has arguably become a number one GOP critic of Trump. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens from now to January 20th. But then, we've got to talk about this $895 billion defense bill that just got passed by the House. Except this story isn't actually about defense or national security or even military spending. Instead, it's about how this defense bill has actually become another battleground in the fight over transgender. And also with that, we go beyond the United States and take a look at recent news from the United Kingdom to see how this debate compares on both sides of the pond. But let's start with the bill, because the bill does have stuff that you would normally expect to be in a piece of defense policy legislation. Like, for example, there's considerable pay raises for enlisted and other service members. There's $3 billion for improving military housing. There's money for an initiative meant to bolster Taiwan's defense capabilities. And there's also controversial measures like increased military assistance at the U.S.-Mexico border and the expansion of aid to Israel. But what ended up almost killing this bill was a provision that denied coverage for transgender health care for the children of service members. Specifically, this provision would keep the military's health care plan from covering, quote, medical interventions for the treatment of gender dysphoria that results in sterilization for children under 18. With that, the key thing is that some argue that Republicans have portrayed almost all gender-affirming care, which could, but doesn't necessarily include hormone therapy as possibly leading to sterilization, which notably is something that medical professionals say actually doesn't happen in most cases. So with that, what we've seen are things like in a tweet, Mike Johnson himself described the provision as a ban on transgender treatment in general. This, as Democrats say that the language in the bill might be used to deny minors treatment to deal with the anxiety, depression, and suicidal ideation that many transgender children experience. With Adam Smith of Washington, for example, saying that the provision, quote, paints an otherwise excellent piece of legislation, and adding, blanketly denying healthcare to people who need it just because of a biased notion against transgender people is wrong. This inclusion of this harmful provision puts the lives of children at risk and may force thousands of service members to make the choice of continuing their military service or leaving to ensure their child can get the healthcare they need. But the big thing there also being Smith expressed.
I'll tear your limbs!
Now then, come no closer. Forgive me, but one cannot... Your pardon? I did not catch your name.
Right. So who might you be then?
Try my...
Infantry! Move! Archers! Move! Everyone! Soldiers! Attack! Form a circle!
We're just harmless travellers.
Hear me! Soldiers, forward! Archers! Circle, facing out! Move! Move! Troops! Make a shield wall! Forward! Move! 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 Backs to each other! Move! Forward! 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 Mounted archer! Move! Circle formation! Bowman! Everyone! Forward! Move! Troops! Move! Archers! Move! Forward! Move! Move! Forward! Forward! Move! Forward! Horse archers! Bowman! Archer! Forward! Forward! Move! 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 Troops! Everyone! one! Soldiers! Soldiers! Archers! Troop! Arrow! Mounted archer! Forward! Move! Forward! To see you. Believe it or not, I mean that. I've been looking for you. Calm down now. I'll tell you everything. We found your little brother and sister. What? I escaped. I know where, but in return, I will... you can't... Splendid. Of course.
Back off, stranger, unless you...
You finally... We have to be clear that you...
Die, you bastard! Bastards! You're the... Nah, I'll do you the honor of...
On my command! Charge!
Oi, sorry, I don't.
To see you. Believe it or not, we found it, but in return, splendid.
Hey, so who are you then?
Well, and what do we have here? Would you care to tell me your good name?
factory! Form a wall! Everyone! Horse archers! Advance! Mounted archers! Attack! You bastard! Under my orders! Kill them all!
Peace to you. My greet. We've got no quarrel with you. Die, you pig! with you.
Peace to you, stranger. What is your name?
We're not looking for a fight.
They will remember this!
Yours is not a face I know. Oh,
Well now, stranger. Peace to you. What is...
Hear me! Attack! Come on! Charge! Move to enemy! Under my command! Attack!
Yours is not a face I know. What is your name, stranger?